was playing with the Ford coil, punching holes in the paper with the sparks. And the paper caught on fire.
Which means safeguarding my partner.
Of course. Now, you may take the case, Mr. Holder.
And the paper caught on fire.
And open it if you'd be so kind.
My dear sir.
Soon I couldn't hold it anymore because it was burning near my fingers. So I dropped it in a metal wastebasket which had a lot of newspapers in it. Newspapers burn fast, you know.
Sufficient safeguard, Mr. Holder? Good. I see it is.
Newspapers burn fast, you know. And the flame looked pretty big inside the room. I shut the door so my mother, who was playing bridge with some friends in the living room, wouldn't find out there was a fire in my room. Took a magazine that was lying nearby and put it over the wastebasket to smother the fire.
The Beryl Coronet by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Dramatized for radio by Vincent McInerney.
After the fire was out, I took the magazine off, but now the room began to fill up with smoke. The wastebasket was still too hot to handle.
With Clive Merrison as Sherlock Holmes and Michael Williams as Dr. John Watson.
So I got a pair of pliers, carried it across the room, and held it out the window for the smoke to blow out. But because it was breezy outside, the wind lit the fire again, and now the magazine was out of reach.
You've come to tell me your story, have you not? But are fatigued with your haste. Now, pray wait until you've recovered, and I will only be too happy to look at any little problem which you may submit to me.
But because it was breezy outside, the wind lit the fire again, and now the magazine was out of reach.
countless worlds upon worlds. Worlds without end. In these galaxies, every possible reality exists. And what is reality on any one world is mere fantasy on all others. Here, all is real and all is illusion. What is, what was, and what will be start here with the words, in the beginning there was...
You are listening to
Mutations.
Mid-Valley Citations. Mutations.
On Sheena's Jungle Room.
Mid-Valley.
Here we go again. Part of the WFMU family of products.
Mutations.
A glass of water, perhaps?
Yes, a glass of water would help.
Watson, would you, old fellow?
Of course.
So I pulled the flaming wastebasket back in through the window to get the magazine, and I noticed there were curtains in the window.
Here you are, sir. Small sips, I think, for the moment.
It was very dangerous. Well, I got the magazine, put the fire out again, and this time kept the magazine with me. While I shook the glowing coals out of the wastepaper basket onto the street. Two or three floors below. Then I went out of my room, closed the door behind me, and said to my mother, "I'm going out to play." And the smoke went out slowly through the windows.
Mid-Valley.
Watson, I should add, sir, is a medical man, late of the Indian Army, and my friend and confidant.
Mutations.
And certainly, everybody needs a good Watson. It's Mid-Valley Mutations here on Sheena's Jungle Room, WFMU. Live from the Lava Lamp Lounge. And, we're having a lot of fun tonight, trying to figure out how we can fly by the seat of our pants. And sort of make things up as we go. Trying to sort out how best to do what we do. And, I looked at the calendar the other day randomly and realized that April 15th, 1998 was the very first radio show I did. The first broadcast, as it were. And I remember that night pretty well because I have written about it. And so I can remember some of those details when I need to jog my memory. But yeah, certainly 28 years ago seems both longer ago and shorter ago than I would have ever imagined. And so I'm often kind of wondering, is that... Have I been doing this for too long? Who knows? But either way, I didn't have any particular... I mean, so the part of my celebration in a lot of ways was the last few weeks where I was on the road, and I got to do some radio with my friends down in the Bay Area, and we did the Fire Sign live reading, and then we had the 6-hour DJ Throwdown, which was magical and wild in so many ways. And yeah, it was just all of that was kind of really like the capper for the anniversary, because like on the actual day, I don't really. I just got a regular show, guys. But maybe that is the better way to celebrate, actually. I feel like, sometimes when I try to make a big deal about it doesn't always work out the way it should. Maybe the way to do this is to just kind of do what you normally do and hope that it goes fine. But that's not stopping me from trying to give you guys a little bit of something out there for those who are interested. We do have audience participation happening tonight, bit.ly/MVM audience participation, all one word. That takes you to a Google meeting where you can talk, you can send your audio, you can I don't know. What else can you do? You can try. I think I have opened up the meeting in a way where most people can use it to change to presentation mode, where they can, whatever's on their screen actually goes through the meeting, and then you can actually send audio a little easier that way. There's a few other tips and tricks that we have talked about on the show before, but I feel like people kind of can learn that on their own if they'd like. Have a little fun with it. Just see what you can do with it. But yeah, I am offering for those who would like to call in and ask. 28 years. Ask me anything. What do you want to know about the show over the last long period of time that it's been running? What do you not want to know? What brings you back to the show week after week? I'm curious. So. Certainly, let's have some fun with it if you do want to call in. We got lots of things we could do. But most importantly, I think what I am going to do is play some music here on the show to kind of try to get us all in the mood, as it were. And I'm going to be doing some collaging over it, I think, but not always. I might just kind of let some things run from time to time. We'll see where the night takes me. It's Mid-Valley Mutations here on Sheena's Jungle Room, WFMU. Having a little fun here on the 28th anniversary of my first broadcast. I mean, it's technically April 15th, but I did that show at 4 in the morning, and I had to stay up all night to get to be able to stay up for it, I guess is how I put it. So certainly that was how I did things in those days. And so in a way, on April 14th, I was staying up until way too late in the morning to get ready for my show on April 15th. So it feels like it's all kind of connected and related. Hopefully you feel that way too. Yeah. Anyway, let's just get into some of this show here. Let's here's some Smoke and Mirrors on Mid-Valley Mutations, Sheena's Jungle Room, and WFMU.
Yes, the police told me I would find him here with you, Mr. Holmes, and that he was completely trustworthy.
Oh, indeed.
Now, Mr. Holmes, I doubt you think me mad.
I see you've had some great trouble.
God knows I have. Public disgrace and private affliction.
Mid-Valley.
Yet up to now, never a stain on my character.
Mutations.
You can dream. There is soul in my head. There is sound beneath my feet. It was full of rocks. There was nowhere to go. I screamed. Screamed back up. The ocean. It fell apart. At my feet. Are you around? Till the water died. Did it keep going on? The ocean. To the ocean. Can dream. The ocean. Fell apart. My feet.
I also did some things with electric motors. I also did some things with electric motors.
And that is not all. The very noblest in the land may suffer too.
And built an amplifier for a photocell that I bought that could make a bell ring when I put my hand in front of the cell.
Unless some way is found out of this horrible affair.
Then pray, sir, let me have a clear account of both who you are and what has befallen you.
I didn't get to do as much as I wanted to because my mother kept putting me out all the time to play. But I was often in the house, fiddling with my lab.
My name is Alexander Holder of Holder and Stevenson, Threadneedle Street.
son in the whole of London, I believe.
Yes, you are right, Dr. Watson.
But I was often in the house, fiddling with my lab.
Where it will stand tomorrow. However, yesterday morning then, I was seated in my office when a card was brought into me by one of the clerks.
But I was often in the house, fiddling with my lab.
I started when I saw the name, one which I feel I cannot divulge even here.
I bought radios at rummage sales. I didn't have any money. I bought radios at rummage sales. I didn't have any money.
And ordered its bearer to be asked to enter immediately.
But it wasn't very expensive. They were old, broken-down radios, and I'd buy them and try to fix them.
He did so, carrying a black Morocco case, and with the air of a man who wishes to hurry quickly through a disagreeable task.
Joe. Oh, Joe. Oh, Joe. Oh, Joe. Oh, Joe.
Gray shapes and bay shapes move.
Oh, Joe.
Keep bumping into you.
Oh, Joe.
Girl shapes and swirl shapes sway.
Oh, Joe.
Bump, 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 bump.
Oh, Joe. Oh, Joe. Oh, Joe.
Alarming and charming twine.
Oh, Joe.
This sex scene will make you cry.
Oh, Joe.
Don't tape over this.
Oh, Joe.
Bump, bump, bump. Question mark. Gray shapes and beige shapes move.
Ojo.
Keep bumping into you.
Ojo.
Girl shapes and swirl shapes say,
Ojo.
bump, bump, bump.
Ojo. 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 Ojo.
Mid-Valley.
To wit, securing of a loan of £50,000 for 4 days.
Mutations.
He pointed out that he could borrow such a trifling sum 10 times over from his friends, but that he felt it was unwise to place himself under personal obligation.
But it wasn't very expensive. They were old, broken-down radios. Broken-down radios. Broken-down radios. And I'd buy them and try to fix them. Broken down radios.
I, for my part, responded that I would be more than happy to advance it from my own purse, but that unfortunately it just would not bear the strain.
Broken down radios. And I'd buy them and try to fix them.
My noble visitor accepted the implication that the money would therefore have to come from the firm.
Usually they were broken in some simple-minded way. Some obvious wire was hanging loose,
against collateral, and he put forward the Morocco case. Inside was the beryl coronet.
or a coil was broken or partly unwound. So I could get some of them going. of these radios one night, I got WACO in Waco, Texas.
It is one of the most precious possessions of the Empire.
Precisely. A circlet of chased gold set with 39 enormous beryls, which, as you'll know, are related to emeralds.
It was tremendously exciting.
The lowest estimate of its worth would be twice the sum asked.
It was tremendously exciting. On this same tube radio up in my lab, I was able to hear a station up in Schenectady called WGN.
You had no qualms about an article of such.
Now, all of us kids, my two cousins, my sister, and the neighborhood kids, listened on the radio downstairs to a program called the Eno Crime Club.
You had no qualms about an article of such.
Eno effervescent salts. Eno effervescent salts.
Inestimable public interest being given into your safekeeping.
Not initially. I immediately locked the coronet in my private safe until close of business.
Eno effervescent salts. It was the thing. Well, I discovered that I could hear this program up in my lab on WGN 1 hour before it was broadcast in New York.
Then, about to go home, I recalled that bankers' safes have been forced before now. So I ordered a cab, had myself escorted into it, and drove the 8 or so miles to Streatham. Morocco case containing the coronet on my knee and my heart in my mouth every inch of the way.
So I'd discover what was going to happen, and then when we were all sitting around the radio downstairs listening to the Eno Crime Club, I'd say, "You know, we haven't heard from so-and-so in a long time. I bet you he comes and saves the situation." 2 seconds later, bup, bup, he comes. Seconds later, bop, bop. Oh.
Travelled via London Bridge,
fearing it would collapse under me at any moment.
And when you arrived home?
Immediately locked the case into an old bureau that stands in my dressing room.
2 seconds later, bop, bop, he comes. So they all got excited about this, and I predicted a couple of other things.
I wonder if I might talk for a short while about my household.
Then they realized that there must be some trick to it, that I must know somehow.
My groom and page sleep out of the house and can be set aside altogether.
So I owned up to what it was, that I could hear it upstairs the hour before. You know what the result was, naturally.
I have 3 tried and trusted older maidservants and 1 younger girl, Lucy Parr.
You know what the result was, naturally.
Who has been with me only a few months, but who came with an excellent character and has given complete satisfaction. She is, however, very pretty. She is, however, very pretty.
You know what the result was, naturally. Now they couldn't wait for the regular hour.
And has admirers who sometimes hang about the place.
They all had to sit upstairs in my lab with this creaky little radio for half an hour, listening to the Eno Crime Club from Schenectady.
There is one at the moment?
A local tradesman, I believe, the greengrocer, one Frank Prosper.
They all had to sit upstairs in my lab with this creaky little radio for half an hour, listening to the Eno Crime Club from Schenectady.
Prosper, I see. Please continue.
We lived at that time in a big house. It was left by my grandfather to his children.
Which brings me to my own immediate family.
And they didn't have much money aside from the house. It was a very large wooden house, and I would run wires all around the outside, and had plugs in all the rooms, so I could always listen to my radios.
As you may have guessed, with an only son.
Which were upstairs in my lab.
Arthur.
Tell us about him, Mr. Holmes.
I also had a loudspeaker. Not the whole speaker, but the part without the big horn on it.
He has been a disappointment to me. A grievous disappointment.
One day, when I had my earphones on, I connected them to the loudspeaker, and I discovered something. I put my finger in the speaker, and I could hear it in the earphones.
Though I lay the blame at my own door. You see, when my wife died, he became everything to me.
I scratched the speaker, and I'd hear it in the earphones. I scratched the speaker, and I'd hear it in the earphones.
to see the smile fade from his small, shining face for even a moment.
So I discovered that the speaker could act like a microphone. So I discovered that the speaker could act like a microphone.
So he asked, and I gave. With predictable but distressing results.
Mr. Holder, we are not far now, I think. Your clarity is excellent. A narrative arresting, your audience eager. Pray, do continue.
And you didn't even need any batteries.
Yes, of course.
At school, we were talking about Alexander Graham Bell. So I gave a demonstration of the speaker and the earphones.
Arthur, it was naturally my intention he should succeed me in my business.
I didn't know it at the time, but I think it was the type of telephone he originally used.
But he was not of a business turn.
So now I had a microphone, and I could broadcast from upstairs to downstairs, and from downstairs to upstairs, using the amplifiers of my rummage sale radios.
Mid-Valley
using the amplifiers of my rummage sale radios.
Mutations.
At that time, my sister Joan, who was 9 years younger than I was, must have been about 2 or 3, and there was a guy on the radio called Uncle Don that she liked to listen to. He'd sing little songs about good children and so on, and he'd read cards sent in by parents telling that Mary So-and-so is having a birthday this Saturday at 25 Flatbush Avenue.
I was wondering if that's the kind of DJ I need to be. But, maybe not. It's Mid-Valley Mutations here on Sheena's Jungle Room, WFMU. Having a little fun. Trying to decide what I want my backing music to be. That one's good, but maybe I want that one? I don't know. I think I've used that one way too much. Well, we'll just have a little fun here with a few things going in the background. Yeah, it's the 28th anniversary of my first radio broadcast. Just having a little bit of, a casual show tonight. Nothing too fancy. But I do have audience participation running right now. bit.ly/MVM audience participation, all one word. There's also some links available in the digital salon if you're hanging out there. And we got a bit of a crowd hanging out who seem to love that Eno reference. Both the song and Richard Feynman talking about Eno. The product, I should say. Well, yeah, I was kind of thinking about, some different things that I don't know, informed my my radio work, informed my point of view, informed a lot of things, and I have to give it up for a particular book. I've talked about this book on the show before. I know I have, and it is a book that I read at a pretty informative age, and it has a lot of varied essays and things in it. And so I think it's one of those things where you could read one, chew on it, read another, chew on it. So that's kind of what I did. And it was at a time when I was reading a lot about music and musicians, and I had just moved to Portland not too long before that, and so I was kind of fresh in my new kind of Portland lifestyle. And I recall this particular essay quite vividly. It's from a book called, with a very unfortunate title, I should say. It's called Alt-Rock-A-Rama. But it's edited by a gentleman named Scott Schinder, who worked for Rolling Stone, and it is a collection of essays written by musicians and artists, people who have a lot to say about music, and maybe tour stories. There's some first-person stuff by different artists, that kind of thing. Anyway, there is a great little section here. I feel like this is kind of relevant because I think about this particular thing a lot. when I'm thinking about music and records and albums and things that I like and things that I don't like. And I think I still see things kind of this way. And so I'd like to read this one to you tonight. I hope you do not mind too much. This is a essay by Steve Wynn of the Dream Syndicate and many other projects. And this essay is entitled Steve Wynn's System for Rating Classic Records. It's not that long, so don't worry. Maybe it was my early training as a sports writer, but I've always felt the temptation to break my musical tastes down into statistical categories. With this obsession in mind, my friend and then bandmate, Kendra Smith, and I got into a late-night discussion many years ago and realized that all of our favorite albums and records shared 4 basic qualities in common. A record with each of these components couldn't help but be amazing and eternally wonderful. Here's the checklist, so you can play along at home. A great record must be: number 1, funny. Now, we're not celebrating the disposability of novelty records here. Weird Al Yankovic need not apply. In this case, funny refers to music that has a sense of humor about itself. A sly nod, a wink, and the refusal to take oneself too seriously qualifies a disc to pass this part of the checklist. Now, I'm going to put a little asterisk right there and say that I'd like to talk about that one at the end. Number 2, scary. We're not talking about the hollow gothic horror of, say, Bauhaus, or even the vastly overrated Jim Morrison, who might better qualify in the funny category. No, in this case, scary means a raw, unsettling glimpse into the more disturbing aspects of the human psyche. The 3 a.m. glance when the defenses are down and the bars are closed. Now, again, I do want to put a little asterisk next to that one because I have a few issues to take with that one. Number 3, sexy. Forget the puerile, gratuitous soft porn delivered by Two Live Crew, or, at his worst, Prince. Funny again. Instead, this qualification reflects the steamy, sultry swagger that seduces and devastates, pulling you into the neither-world groove, only to leave you in a helpless puddle at the end. This is the quality that gave rock and roll its name. And number 4, the potential of falling apart at any moment. This is the most important factor. The sound of too much rehearsal, production, forethought, or, God forbid, cleverness can ruin the whole thing. Each song has to sound as if it's the only time the band has ever or would ever play it in its life. The best songs teeter, wobble, and then threaten to fall off the tightrope, but never fully plummet from those heights. Steve Wynn continues, Now, let's give it a shot. This system was conceived around 1981, and at the time, we applied it to some of the classics. Sure enough, our favorite records passed all 4 tests. Some of the records that scored high in all 4 categories were Rolling Stones' Exile on Main Street, the New York Dolls' Too Much Too Soon, the Stooges' Funhouse, Bob Dylan's Blonde on Blonde, The Clash's London Calling, Sly and the Family Stones' There's a Riot Going On, the Velvet Underground's White Light, White Heat, anything by Howlin' Wolf. In the time since the system was first devised, surely the best work of Sonic Youth, The Replacements, Nick Cave, The Pixies, and Pavement would make the grade. And again, I think this book was published in the early 2000s, so keep that in mind. Many worthy records could handily score in 3 of the above categories, but fall fatally short in a 4th, often humor. Television's Marquee Moon, or anything by Husker Du. Others are just plain sexless. Neil Young's Tonight's the Night, and Big Star's Third/Sister Lovers. The otherwise unassailable Kinks couldn't be scary, even if they wore large paper bags with a giant boo printed across the front. And even if their most earnest and knowing singer-songwriters, and even at their most earnest and knowing, singer-songwriters like Elvis Costello and Randy Newman were too knowing. The room to fall apart, no moment or accidental vulnerability at all. So there you go. It's an old game, so I'll leave you to update the rules yourself. And as for me, the selections from my own personal output that, for me, meet these 4 standards are The Dream Syndicate's The Days of Wine and Roses, and both albums by Gutterball. Those albums, 3 albums in a career, isn't a bad showing. But then again, I didn't make the rules. I find this set of rules very interesting because I do kind of believe that the best music out there, and this is me talking, no longer Steve Wynn. That was the end of Steve Wynn's essay. So now, here's my point here. I do think that these 4 categories have something to do with good music and good records. I think you do have to have a sense of humor. You do need to kind of try to be a little bit scary. Being a little bit too milquetoast or too soft, it's not going to work. Sexy, yeah, I think some of the best music is a little bit sexy. A little bit trying to kind of dance. Some of the best songs really kind of put you in that place. And I think number 4, as he points out, and I feel the same way, the potential of falling apart at any moment is kind of key in a large way, because I think too perfect is the enemy of good music and good art. And I think we all kind of suffer from this a little bit when we hear something that's a little too glossy, a little too slick. We all kind of like wince. It's just, this doesn't quite work in a way that is good for us. But I did want to open this up to discussion because this is just my point of view. I feel like there's a little bit of something here that we could talk about, because I don't necessarily believe that these rules are the only way to make good records. There's got to be other ways too, because I mean, there's just too many good records out there, and eventually this system is not going to work for one of them. I could think off the top of my head, records by Harry Partch don't necessarily have sexiness in them. Sometimes they're funny, but I think what's funny about them is not necessarily the way that they were intended to be taken. But I do find them a little bit scary. Not sure about the potential for them to fall apart, though. But anyway, so yeah, there is music that I think doesn't quite fit this system in a way that I can immediately rationalize. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I wanted to bring this up because I've been thinking about a lot lately about what is the common factor of music that I appreciate. Music that I like, music that I'm going for, music that I'm kind of like searching for, and part of me wonders if maybe Steve Wynn kind of found the recipe way back when. I mean, this book is a very interesting collection of stuff because there's a one essay in here that just lists like all of the known albums that Lester Bangs probably owned. There's a bunch of stuff in here from different artists talking about touring. And perhaps you remember the early days of the internet when it was a big deal that Courtney Love was actually like posting on the internet and making comments about things. and they could tell it was her because of the broken keyboard and whatnot. So those postings are actually in this book too. It's one of those kind of things where there's just like a lot of really unusual but interesting music essays, and I don't know. I think back to this quite often. Here's one: Shonen Knife's favorite Japanese bands, which I think this has been pulled from interviews. This one's actually really short, so I'll just say it. Vampire is one of them. Mops is one of them. Blue Hearts, Happy End, and The Boredoms. And then also, here are Shonen Knife's 10 American bands who, quote, we want to play with or we want to meet. And the 10 bands are Red Cross, Ramones, Jonathan Richman, Green Day, Dinosaur Jr., Posies, Cheap Trick, Blue Cheer, Meat Puppets, and Mises. And at the very end it says, I also want to meet Kiss, Joan Jett, The Doors, if Jim Morrison is alive. 2. P.S. Michi wants to meet Ween. So, that's interesting. I hope you can hear me, good sir.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going.
Yeah. Sorry.
Thought I'd call in here for a few minutes.
The camera is very poorly placed, so hello.
I can see your hand.
Yeah. Here.
Here, I'll turn my camera off. I'm enjoying the essay that you're reading about what defines a classic album.
Yeah. Do you have any hot takes on Steve Wynn's system? Is this good? Is this bad? What's your thoughts?
I mean, I was like passively listening, so like I wasn't paying. Like I was driving, so like I was paying half attention to the list.
I love it. Well, yeah. Do you have any thoughts on what makes a good record to you?
I mean, you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but album art helps.
I see. Yeah. It's got to be a combination, not just the music, but like the whole package has got to work for you.
Yeah, if you're gonna go the physical route, I think album art really adds to the package.
I am of the opinion, and I know this is less and less popular as the internet age wears on, but an album is a complete package of the cover art and the music and whatever liner notes you add to the album too, and so you kind of need the whole thing in order to kind of really kind of sit with it and whatnot. So.
Yeah, it kind of like brings it all together, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you need a nice coat to put on over top of your nice outfit as well. So.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. I mean, any other thoughts on what makes music or albums particularly good?
I don't know. I feel like when you know, it's kind of like.
Yeah.
Because I've taken a lot of risks with like record collecting, with like not risks, but like just kind of like I don't know, maybe gamble's a better word. Where like I'll get two. I sold the system for my roommate where I'll either get 2 albums that I don't know and one that I do, or 2 that I know and one that I don't. And usually I'll either base it off the name or like some of the album tracks like sound interesting or the art. And I found some great stuff that way.
Yeah. I mean,
I found I'm blanking on the name now. Bebop Deluxe is how I found out about Bebop Deluxe, the band.
Okay.
Because the album cover was of Metropolis.
I see. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then I put it on and it just blew me away. I'm like, oh my god, this is such a great purchase.
See, I feel like taking a throw on something that is not you're not 100% sure of, or you're kind of looking at it, you're going like, oh, this is a neat cover, and it's got a couple of nice song titles. Let's give it a shot. I feel like you got to do that every once in a while, just because, like, how are you going to find new stuff if you don't take chances.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Anything else to add, or did you want to just do a quick hello, or yeah? What else is on?
Just a quick hi. I thought I wanted to just come and say hi.
Oh yeah. Well, I always enjoy hearing from you or anyone else, but yeah, it's odd when you kind of don't have an exact game plan and you're just kind of making it up as you go. I feel like I don't know. It gives me a little twinge of kind of like it might fall apart at any moment, which is a good thing, I guess.
Speaking of your show topic, seat of your pants, I'm gonna be an old man shouting at the sky for just a second.
Okay.
Levi's suck nowadays. The pants, they don't last as long as they used to, and it makes me mad.
I'm on the same wavelength with you on that for sure, because I have been frustrated at how long a good pair of pants tends to last now. It's definitely a lot shorter. And
I've gone to Wrangler now. Wrangler is somehow lasts longer than Levi is.
Good to know. I mean, I certainly denim. I have a big kind of like, I don't know. I wore a lot of denim pants and denim jackets as a younger person, so I kind of have like an interest in that kind of clothing. But I think you're right. Levi's are not as well made as they used to be, and so some of the other denim brands are starting to supplant that place in my closet.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Well, if you have any other pants-related news, please feel free to call back. We'll be more than happy to share your thoughts. Yeah, this is. I think we're both on the same page with the general old manness, where I feel like things are just not as well made as they used to be.
Yeah, it especially with the way it goes. Oh my God, it goes into the prices thing. That makes me sound like even more of an old man.
I mean, I'll go with one that just I have a recent example of: kitchen utensils. I feel like I used to buy kitchen utensils and they would last quite a while as a younger person. Now I feel like everything is like just chintzy plastic that kind of snaps in half like the first time I try to like flip a pancake, and it's a bummer.
Yeah, Mrs. Bandit bought a hand mixer a while back, and she loves making like cookies during the holiday time, and so like immediately she goes to like, turn it on essentially and like beat the batter, and it just fries. It just stalls because the torque was too much for it.
Yeah,
and it's just like, what the hell?
I feel like I could actually visualize this perfectly, unfortunately.
Yeah, then she had to switch to like old, like the hand method, but like yeah. You gotta love when your favorite radio show just becomes old man talk. So. I'm sorry for diverging your topic.
No. This is great. I mean, 28th anniversary. What else are we going to talk about but being old?
One last thing. Like, so you've been doing this for 28 years. Has it been the same show the whole run, or has it been like several different?
Good question. Thank you. Yeah, it wasn't always Mid-Valley Mutations. That started in, I'd say, 2014, 2016, somewhere in that range. That's when I kind of like hit the reset button and said, okay, well, we're going to renumber from here and we're going to like take it serious from here. But yeah, I started out doing a show with the unwieldy name of the Church of Blasphemous Not Jesus Hour.
Okay.
And then over the years, I had different permutations of that name, which kind of eventually settled into Blasphemous Radio, which I was like, well, I got to keep the brand going, but like, what's the point? Is this a weird made up word? So yeah. I mean, there is some history behind Blasphemous. It's a a corny, silly thing that some friends of mine and I came up with as lads. But I think that's how a lot of those kinds of things start. Is you latch onto something that is kind of silly and ridiculous, and then it becomes serious because of the length of time you've used it.
Yeah, it just kind of becomes tradition, and then just like, well, this is something we just do now.
Right. So, it was Blasphemous Radio, or a version of Blasphemous Radio for a long, long time. But then I hit the reset button, and it changed the name to Mid-Valley Mutations, which I think is a little more, has a little wider range. Because I think most people know a Mid-Valley in their region.
Mm. Every town has a Mid-Valley. Every town has an Elm Street.
Yeah, I think every town is situated near a Mid-Valley or something like that. Because I feel like I've been to a lot of places where you'll see like the phrase Mid-Valley used to describe a region, and it's just vague enough where you're like kind of not quite sure. Like, what do you mean? Or like, so we're in the middle of a valley. Where's the valley? So. Yeah, I know, it's one of those phrases that I think just kind of works well for that reason. It means something specific, but it also evokes something kind of vague.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've hosted a lot of other shows and podcasts and things like that over the years as well. Some didn't last very long. Others kind of turned into other things. The one that I probably had the longest association with was one called Live Friday, where when we were in Portland, we would have a live band come and play every Friday at 5 p.m., rain or shine. And I did that for years and years, which was kind of a nice chance to give like touring bands a thing that they could play if they were in town, or an up-and-coming band that was just getting started could have a chance to, try their thing. So, that show is still running with different hosts. I think currently DJ Rochelle out of Portland, who's been hosting it for a little while, kind of runs the show. And last I heard, they still have live bands every Friday at 5.
So it's called Live Friday out of Seattle?
Out of Portland, actually. On KPSU is the station in that area. So.
Okay. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where if you're looking for live music with a slightly regional angle, because often it becomes a lot of Portland bands as well, then that's a good place to start.
All right.
Yeah.
Dope.
Cool. Well, thanks for calling in. Yeah, if you got something else, give us a ring later. We always love hearing from you.
Okie doke. Talk to you later.
Yeah. Thanks.
Bye.
And we're getting some other communications via a different channel, but this seems relevant. So Mr. X sent me a message to say, I like Wynn's recipe just as a little something for critiquing music. But while I'm creating music, I would most likely get bogged down in trying to meet all those elusive criteria and give up before I start. That is a very good point, is that sometimes having too many rules actually gets in the way more than if you only had a few or a couple. So. Now, I wanted to take point with Mr. Wynn's system, because I think that he unfairly names very specific bands or genres. For example, with the funny, he kind of unfairly maligns Weird Al. I think Mr. Yankovic's formula is impeccable, and I would love to be able to write at the caliber that Mr. Yankovic does. So, I'm not so worried about that. And I think that his misunderstanding of Bauhaus should be rectified in some way. I think he does not get Bauhaus, unfortunately, because there is a sense of humor in their songs as well, but you kind of have to listen to them to get it. So I call you out, Steve Wynn of the Dream Syndicate. I think it's interesting on anniversaries to kind of reflect on the past in some capacity, and so that's kind of what we're doing tonight, is reflecting. I was going to do a kind of sequel to last week and play a lot of songs that I actually recorded in the studio for the show, but I actually found a lot of other stuff that I feel like has some more kind of like I remember these albums fondly from over the years, and so I felt that was kind of a nice way to go with them. Let's switch gears here. Yeah, let's take a little break here and try something else here. It's Mid-Valley Mutations, Sheena's Jungle Room, WFMU, and well, you can't make a radio show without breaking a few eggs. Enjoy.
Mid-Valley.
One day, my cousin Frances and I sat Joan down and said that there was a special program she should listen to.
Mutations.
Then we ran upstairs and we started to broadcast. Then we ran upstairs and we started to broadcast. Then we ran upstairs and we started to broadcast. Then we ran upstairs and we started to broadcast.
There were large sums of money he would have been required to handle had he come into the firm, if I make myself clear. But he's a good lad at heart and so popular, which, unfortunately, when he was younger, led him to be invited to join an aristocratic gaming club.
This is Uncle Don. We know a very nice little girl named Joan who lives on New Broadway.
Their purses were long, habits expensive, play deep, and his skill at cards insufficient.
She's got a birthday coming. Not today, but such and such. She's a cute girl.
At which point he would turn to me for help.
Which you afforded him.
How could I refuse? At least until the cause of it all is Sir George Burnwell. Arthur has never been the same since he met him.
We sang a little song, and then we made music. We sang a little song, and then we made music.
Yet when the man comes to the house, I can hardly resist him myself. having seen the way she studies it.
Mary?
My adoptive niece. My dead brother's child.
Diddly-dee, doodle-doo, diddly-dee, doodle-doo.
A sunbeam, Mr. Holmes. Ah, if only she and Arthur. Who knows? She accepted Arthur's suit. Things may not have transpired as they did. So many possible permutations, Mr. Holmes, so many.
Pray, Mr. Holder, what were these things?
Of course. That evening, then, I locked the coronet in my bureau, as I've told you, and I went down to dinner.
Diddly-dee, doodle-doo, diddly-dee, doodle-doo.
Taking coffee in the drawing room, I told Arthur and Mary my experience and of the precious treasure we had under our roof.
We went through the whole deal, and then we came downstairs. How was it? Did you like the program? It was good, she said. But why did you make the music with your mouth? But why did you make the music with your mouth?
Suppressing only the name of our client.
But why did you make the music with your mouth? One day I got a telephone call. Mister, are you Richard Feynman?
Lucy Parr, who had brought the coffee, had, I'm sure, left the room.
Yes?
But I cannot swear that the door was closed.
This is a hotel. We have a radio that doesn't work and would like it repaired. We understand you might be able to do something about it.
Mary and Arthur were much interested and wanted to see the coronet, but I decided not to disturb it.
It's all
Mid-Valley.
But I'm only a little boy, I said. I don't know how. Yes, we know that. But we'd like you to come over anyway.
Mutations.
It was a hotel that my aunt was running, but I didn't know that. I went over there with, they still tell the story, a big screwdriver in my back pocket. Well, I was small, so any screwdriver looked big in my back pocket. I went up to the radio and tried to fix it. I didn't know anything about it. But there was also a handyman at the hotel.
Arthur asked me where I had put it. I told him in the bureau in my dressing room, at which he laughed and intimated that the bureau could be opened with almost any key in the house. This wild way of talking unsettled me, and I decided to retire. Arthur, however, insisted in accompanying me upstairs and followed me into my bedroom.
And either he noticed or I noticed a loose knob on the rheostat.
final effort, I assume, to persuade me to show him the cornet. Instead, however, it was just one more request for help.
To turn up the volume. To turn up the volume.
And as I say, I was very tired.
So that it wasn't turning the shaft. He went off and filed something and fixed it up so it worked.
£200, and the third time this month. Sir George Burnwell again, I suppose.
The next radio I tried to fix didn't work at all. That was easy. It wasn't plugged in right. It wasn't plugged in right. It wasn't plugged in right. Repair jobs got more and more complicated. Repair jobs got... I tried to fix didn't work at all. That was easy. It wasn't plugged in right.
Among others. Dad.
No, Arthur, not Dad. Not this time.
As the repair jobs got more and more complicated, I got better and better. And more elaborate. I bought myself a milliammeter in New York and converted it into a voltmeter.
Heaven knows I've been generous, thinking if I indulged you for a while, you would eventually come to your senses.
That had different scales on it by using the right lengths. Which I calculated a very fine copper wire. It wasn't very accurate, but it was good enough to tell whether things were in the right ballpark at different connections in those radio sets.
give up your high play out of duty and shame, but that is obviously not to be.
Yes, you've been very kind. More than kind. And believe me, I am as sick of appealing to you as you are of hearing me. But I must have this money. Otherwise I can never show my face in the club again. I assure you, it has come to that.
Which is... Which is the best reason of all not to give it to you.
I agree. But it would mean I leave a dishonored man, and this you surely cannot want. Dad, just this once. Then I give you my word, I will quit the place of my own accord and will study finance with a view to joining the firm.
Mid-Valley
You have my solemn word as a gentleman.
Mutations.
Will you, Dad?
Asking parents to help. Folly or funny? You be the judge. Well, that was a disaster in every way. Should have put this closer. Yes. Mid-Valley Mutations here on Sheena's Jungle Room, WFMU. Having a good time. Trying to just kind of do something a little fun. And, playing some good music, hopefully. Hopefully music you enjoy, at least. In fact, we have been hearing throughout the last couple of hours pieces and music by Alto, Smoke and Mirrors, Brian Eno, Vortex Remover, Off the Request Line even, Fragile X, Edgard Varese, and then I did at the top of the last hour that reading of Steve Wynn's System for Rating Classic Records from Alt Rockorama. Then we had a piece by Andrew Lyles and Daniel Mensch, Dream Syndicate, and closed that out with Moth Hunter. Looks like we got a pretty good group of folks hanging out and whatnot. And also, I guess we did actually get another request line bit from as well for that Dream Syndicate Steve Wynn song. Although I should have figured out that I needed to play one at some point. I'm driving by the seat of my pants. What can I say? I'm not really sure where I'm going, but I'm trying. Definitely trying. We are continuing our Feynman and Holmes, Feynman versus Holmes mashup. Having a little fun there, trying to kind of make sense of how these two different people who were into deductions and whatnot, and trying to learn about the world through careful observations. How do they connect? How do they relate? Who can say? And we do have the request line open our audience participation. Call it what you will. The way that you can interact with the show tonight, it is bit.ly/audience participation, or sorry, MVM audience participation. That's right. bit.ly/MVM audience participation. All one word. You can find information about that in the digital salon where everybody's hanging out, chatting, leaving comments. But yeah, our subject tonight is anniversaries. It's the 28th anniversary of Mid-Valley Mutations, or I should say radio endeavors by myself. As the caller in the last block there discovered when I asked me about it, I've had different names for different shows going way back to the first one in 1988, or 98, sorry, 1988. I just aged myself another 10 years. 1998 is when I started in radio. The show had a different name back then, the Church of Blasphufmus, not Jesus Hour. Blasphufmus was in fact the name of a religion that some friends and I came up with, and there's religious symbols and texts and things like that we all developed as a group. And I even have a tattoo relating to that church that we made up. So that's how deep we went on that one. But yeah, I had a radio show with that name for quite some time. It was ridiculous. So I learned on the fly with that show. And then that had different names related to the Blasphufmus brand, quote unquote, for many years. But I eventually hit the reset button in around 2016. And that is when Mid-Valley Mutations began properly. But yeah, I've been doing radio for a long time. Lots of different shows, lots of different podcasts, lots of different kinds of things. For a long time, I hosted an only a live music show with live bands and interviews. For a long time, I hosted a show that was just 60s rock and roll, a la the Nuggets compilations, stuff like that. So yeah, lots of different things over time. But tonight, I'm just kind of doing another regular show. There's a few things in here that are kind of fun things from my past. Certainly, I used to work with the person in Smoke and Mirrors at a different radio job way back when. Vortex Remover, I've had them live on the show before. Fragile X, I've had live on the show before. Daniel Menche, I ran sound for before. And then Moth Hunter, I've had on the show before. And we've done music together as a performers. So lots of kind of sentimental stuff in this show tonight. Up next, I'm going to play something that I actually haven't heard in quite some time, and I'm kind of curious about it. It's a live performance that I engineered in 2009, if I'm not mistaken, by a group that at the time was called Death Worth Living. And I suspect that either of those band members have gone on to change that name to something else, since that is a very common name, as I have discovered on the internet, or perhaps that was a one-off name in the first place and they had a different name. I don't know. I'm actually no expert on this band, but I remember having a lot of fun running sound for them because they were very chaotic. They had a lot of band members, a lot of instruments, a lot of stuff going on, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I think I'm gonna play that for you next. Give you a taste of what that live set was like. This is something I actually did myself, the engineering, I should say. Yeah. Please enjoy A Death Worth Living. Here on Mid-Valley Mutations, Sheena's Jungle Room, and WFMU. Let's get into it.
Mid-Valley.
The main reason people hired me was the Depression. They didn't have any money to fix their radios, and they'd hear about this kid who would do it for less.
Well, that is sort of like a bit of an after party in a way. All that's left is to play a little one-hand jam and shuffle off to Buffalo. Anyway, yeah, thanks, Univac. That thing is endlessly fun. I think I've been mentioning this here and there, but in case I haven't actually told people this directly, there is a way you can actually watch these shows now by going to my YouTube channel, which I put a link to in the Digital Salon. That should give you an opportunity to see all of the shows that I have been filming. And I've filmed actually quite a number of Mid-Valley Mutations episodes, parts of even more. I certainly at one point felt like it was important to kind of document the things that are live about this show, because I do mixing occasionally, I do cut-ups now and then. I have bands come in and play. I sometimes film a band and then play a recording of that band. So there's lots of different opportunities for a visual component of this show to actually come into play in one form or another. And I don't necessarily want to suggest that they're all like, Academy Award-winning style films that you need to see to help you kind of understand the box office or what have you. But I think that there are parts of them that are fascinating. If people are curious about how the cut-up aspect of this show works and how I do it, hopefully the videos kind of help shed some light on it. Although, there is a lot of pre-preparation that I cannot document in a very easy way without just filming every minute of my day, which I don't want to do. I'm sure that there's people out there who wouldn't mind seeing that kind of thing, but I don't know. I don't It's not my thing, I think, is what I'm getting at. Special thanks to Mr. X, who kind of programmed a couple of parts of this show via request. It wasn't exactly the direction that I was going in, but I mean, part of the collaborative nature of this show is that sometimes we go in different directions, and sometimes that's better all around for everyone. Since I plugged the YouTube channel, I should mention that you can now watch a video of us doing the live Firesign Theater performance with Big City Orchestra and myself together. It was a lot of fun, very cool thing to do. And I mention this largely because they are now on after me. Yay! Yeah, if you tune in to the show that it starts as soon as I get off the air in 15 minutes, you will be in for a treat because Radio Trouble is going to be on blasting some sounds for you that you don't want to miss. Last week's Sheena's debut was fantastic. Although Pixie and Doss have been kind of lurking around the Sheena corridors for quite some time. They've been guests on my show a few times. So it makes sense that they are part of the family here. And what a great show that they do, because it's always an unusual mix of stuff that I don't really know, or when I do know it, it's things that I don't necessarily know by that artist. So I'm always fascinated. I'm always curious about learning more about music, and that is a good place to do it. Well, since we're on the subject of live performances and things like that, why don't I bring to you this next thing here. We're going to close with a performance by an artist named Santiago Latorre. I believe they're from Italy, if I'm not mistaken. But I had them on the show in 2009. Doing not only an interview but all sorts of stuff. And it was a pleasure to have them, and I think about this recording a lot. I don't know, they were a lot of fun to have. They were on tour, and Ricardo Wang, who we were talking about, because he was also responsible for the Death Worth Living live performance, was out of town, and so he said, like, hey, this artist is coming through town. I'm not going to be there, but do you want to do something with them? And as soon as I heard the music, I was like, yeah, let's get Santiago in there. And so, we'll close with this little recording here. It's hard not to think about the past in a certain way, because this is the 28th anniversary show. We're kind of celebrating milestones, but we're also just kind of doing a regular show, and so I haven't really reflected much on this. But when I think about the past in terms of, like, this radio show, I've gotten to do a lot of interesting things with a lot of interesting artists, and so there's parts of me that always long for those things to be here again now, and maybe that's why I play so many of these old live recordings, is that it's my way of being able to travel back in time. I got a question from Bandit, actually, that I did not answer. And Bandit said, what have I learned from doing this radio show over the years? And I gotta say, what I have learned is that sometimes you just gotta keep going. You just gotta keep doing the show. Nothing will make sense. You're never going to be sure if you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing, or if the show was a complete bust or was the biggest hit of the year. The only thing you can do is just keep going, keep moving forward, even when nothing makes sense. I feel like I've heard a version of that from Tom Sharpling and other people who do radio. It's like you kind of can't question it. You just got to keep doing it. And if that's not enough, then maybe it's not for you. So I don't know if I learned anything in the last 28 years, but I certainly have kind of like understood that, like, there's something about the practice of just moving forward and keep doing it. And see where that takes you. hopefully it'll take you to some more live recordings like this one that I'm going to play for you to close the show out. You guys are wonderful. You guys are beautiful. Without you, there would be no program. Be seeing you.
So I'd climb on roofs to fix antennas and all kinds of stuff. I got a series of lessons of ever-increasing difficulty. Ultimately, I got some job like converting a DC set into an AC set, and it was very hard to keep the hum from going through the system.
Mid-Valley Mutations was produced for Sheena's Jungle Room on WFMU. Created by Austin Rouge and Mitch Headroom. Theme songs by Shadows in Blue. Visit shadowsinblue.bandcamp.com for more information. Emotional support, Marla, Leander, Oryx and Craig. Local denizens of the Mid-Valley, where the magic happens. Engineering and technical support by the Lava Lamp Lounge, where the elite meet to make radio treats that can't be beat. More information, austinrich.org. Getting older is no problem, you just have to live long enough.
Mid-Valley
Be seeing you.
Mutations.